Hey, good afternoon, college coaches. This is Coach Anthony Williams, founder and CEO of Connected Athletics. We are a new startup company based in Austin, Texas, where we are focused on transitioning student athletes successfully from high school to college and then into a career in the NFL or into a career that has to do with their major. We are specifically trying to help student athletes connect with college coaches during this COVID-19 environment, since they just expanded the dead period till August 31st. And so this podcast will allow college coaches to get to know our prospects a little bit closer, a little bit more personally, hear about their academics, hear about their goals for this upcoming season, and just about them in general. So we've got a very exciting prospect that I got a chance to watch and evaluate a couple weeks ago at the FBU Texas Showdown up in Plano, Texas. He's a class of 21 quarterback from Mineral Wells High School. He's 6'3", 190 pounds, strong GPA of 3.49. He was recently the MVP of the offense-defense All-American Bowl game. He'll talk about that. Jacy Holland. Jacy, welcome to the podcast. How you doing?
Good.
Good. Hey, I want to thank you for your time to come on and share information about you. Let's just jump right into it now. As we're trying to get through this COVID-19 environment right now, tell these college coaches what you've been doing to stay in shape for the upcoming season.
We have a local city gym that me and the athletes from Mineral Wells go to. And before we go there, we go and throw in the morning at 8 a.m. Then head over to the gym and work out a little bit. And then later on in the day, we'll get another night session in with just running backs, get a little bit of throwing in, get more connections down with them.
Okay. Do you have a quarterback coach you're working with? As you're working on your throwing motion, your footwork and everything, or no, or you just work on your own?
Yes, sir. I have a quarterback coach out of Holland, Texas.
Okay. What's his name? Shout him out real quick. Who is that?
His Instagram is QB Beast Chris, and his Twitter is QB Beast Chris also.
What's his name?
Chris, I don't know his last name.
Okay. Okay. And then how often do you work out with him?
I work out every Tuesday and Thursday.
Okay, great.
And then sometimes Saturdays.
Okay. Let's talk about your academics. So you've got the really strong 3.49 GPA. Tell us about the importance that you put on your academics.
It's always academics first. You go to school and then you go to practice. It's never the other way around. School has been a big deal. If I get injured by one bad play and I'm not allowed to get a scholarship anywhere, my academics are going to have to take me somewhere.
Right. What are some of your favorite subjects that drive that strong GPA? Are you a math guy, science, English, what?
Math and chemistry.
Okay, I like it. And do you have an idea of what you might want to major in at college?
I'm thinking about something in the chemistry origin.
Okay. Go back to your Mineral Wells right now. Take this time to shout out a couple of teachers that have kept you on track with your GPA. Is there a certain teacher you want to shout out that's had a positive influence on your grades?
I can't remember his name now. I've been out of school so long. My physics teacher, he's helped me a lot. I entered AP Physics this year and not really thinking like it was going to be way different than chemistry, but he's helped me a lot, getting me through each 6 weeks, giving me a lot of extra time, spending a lot of his own time to work with me and keep my GPA high.
Great. Okay. Did COVID-19 wipe out a chance for you to take the SAT or the ACT, or do you have a recorded test score yet?
Yes, sir. I was supposed to take the ACT in May 1st, and that's right at the start of the COVID.
Right.
But now it's towards the end of it. I'm planning on getting one over this summer.
Okay, good. All right. What is your life? You mentioned a little bit about it earlier if you get an injury, but what does your life look like after football is over? What do you want to do?
Um, I want to. I like. I really look into doctors, like a doctor degree, kind of work in the hospital.
Would you want to be a surgeon or an orthopedic guy? Do you have an idea what kind of specialization you're looking at?
Surgeon.
Okay, awesome. Hey, let's transition over to, oh, before we do, there's one other question I love is, you talk about your academics. How would you describe your learning style? Are you a verbal guy, a visual guy, or a physical learning style?
I'm a more visual.
Okay. Is that both in the classroom and on the field, or just in the classroom, or one or the other, or both?
Both.
Okay. You like to see it before you try and do it, learn better that way?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I like to see it more like written on the board, and then on the field, like to see defenses actually moving around and stuff like that.
Okay. Tell these coaches, are you a film study guy? Tell us how you prepare for games each week.
We watch film every morning before school. We go, our defensive coordinator runs over our film. I personally will look at defenses, how they line up, what coverages they run most. If the corner's doing this, are they going to roll? I look at safeties, then linebackers, like um, positioning.
Mm-hmm.
So I know when they're about to blitz or not. So give me a more heads up before the play. Give me a more pre-snap read.
Okay. How would you describe your football knowledge? Would you say that you have a high football IQ?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about do you have the ability to audible at Mineral Wells? Is that something you're looking forward to this year as a senior or no?
Uh, it's it's on the edge. Where me and my quarterback coach are trying to get it through my head coach right now. So it's in the air.
Okay. Talk about college coaches want to understand your relationship with your high school coaches. Tell us about your relationship with your quarterback coach and your head coach.
The relationship with my quarterback coach is great. I love him. He's helped me a lot. He's brought a lot of great energy to Mineral Wells. He moved in last year. It was his first year at Mineral Wells. He played under the coach that invented the air raid system
Okay.
at McMurray. So he knows a lot about football. My head coach, we live half a mile from each other, so
Okay.
I could go hang out with them, eat dinner with them. I always mess with him because he has a hot tub in his backyard, and I tell him every day before I leave practice, I'm like, I'm coming to sit in your hot tub. It's like, no, you're not.
That's awesome. Hey, so tell us from a recruiting standpoint, do you have you and your family put together a criteria that's going to help you decide where you're going to commit to? Is it going to be scheme? Is it going to be distance from home? Is it going to be your major? Tell us what that criteria looks like.
Um, First, academics,
Yep.
scholarships, the amount of money, because I mean, more the money helps my family out.
Yeah.
Um, Distance to home isn't really that big of a deal right now. Um, and then by the time I play, like depending if I'm gonna start as a freshman or as if I'm gonna redshirt my freshman year and then play my senior year.
Okay. All right. And who have you been hearing from in recruiting? And who do you want to hear from?
Who I want to hear from, TCU, Texas Tech, um, Oklahoma State, and Baylor, and UCLA.
Okay.
Who I have heard from, I have a couple follows on Twitter from Arizona State, Washington, Hillsdale, the Sam Houston coach, a couple of more that I'd have to look at that I don't know off the top of my head.
Talk to us about what's been your recruiting experience so far. Is it something you've enjoyed, or has it been frustration? What's it been for you so far?
As of right now, I have no offers. It's not frustration, but I just gotta wait for my time to come.
So that's mature on your part. Everybody's recruiting timeline is different. It's just a matter of grinding and being patient. So I'm glad to hear you say that. Hey, for the coaches that maybe haven't seen your huddle video, let's bring it up and let's go through a couple minutes and just have you commentate about your mentality as a quarterback from Mineral Wells. Let me share my screen here.
Yes, sir.
And hit play, and then just kind of walk us through who it is and what you're thinking on each one of these plays.
Outside linebacker came down on a blitz. We were running curls from inside and outside. So I was looking to hit the outside curl because corner was playing back, and then the outside linebacker got a jump on the tackle, so I had to scoot up in the pocket and roll out.
Okay. What this next play?
This is read play, reading the DN, bringing them down, and just pulling the ball in.
Okay. Got good speed. I like that.
Yes, sir.
You guys run a lot of zone read at Mineral Wells, I assume?
Yes, sir. We run a lot of zone read in RPO.
Okay.
This one, I'm reading the left safety here on the post. We call this play bomb. We run a dig from the inside and a post on the outside. The safety draws on the dig and throw the post over the top.
Nice throw. Good touch. Accurate. I like it.
This play here was a misplay. Our receiver ran the wrong route on the right side. I felt pressure from my back end and got back out and around and threw to open receiver. Tried to make a play.
Jacy, one of the things I love about this play is that obviously you recognize the wrong route, blocking breaks down, you keep your eyes up, escapability, roll the other way against your body and find an open guy and throw. That's big time right there. It's very nice.
Sure. This was our RPO with a fade on the outside. That receiver right there has some crazy speed. Anyone that presses up on man with him is stupid to do it. He will burn literally anyone.
Nice. Wow, that's a dime right there.
This was our rollout fade.
That's nice. Perfect. That's nice. That's perfect time. One more play here.
This was our choice fly. On choice fly, we're looking to throw this fade ball on the outside. Corner was pressed up. It was just put it out there, let them go get it.
Jacy, talk to these coaches about your mentality as far as the things you have to be good at to be an accurate quarterback. Talk about your lower body. Talk about your eyes. Talk about the things that make you such an accurate quarterback.
My hips start it all. I have to have good hips in the pocket, be able to set my feet, get a good base, and be able to throw anywhere on the field. My eyes, I use my eyes a lot to look off safeties and throw another route. And it's a lot of footwork.
Yeah.
you wouldn't think it would be as much footwork as it is at the quarterback position, but you have to have really good footwork to be able to move out of the pocket, be able to set up and get your base back and make a quick throw and take a hit.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's all about the lower body. Let's have you do a report card on yourself. I'm going to go through the basics that you have to have as a strong quarterback, and you tell me what your grade is. 0 to 5, 5 being the best. Footwork.
Footwork, I'd say about a 3.
Okay, something you're working on. Okay. What about
Yes, sir.
arm strength?
Arm strength, 2.5. That's my big thing I really need to work on. Just get a little bit more arm strength in me
Okay.
for deeper passes.
What about your throwing mechanics? How would you rate that?
Throw mechanics, I'd go 3.5 on that.
Okay.
There's a little bit I have to work on, but I mean, you have to keep working on everything. It's not you're good and you stop.
Okay. What about strange one here, but I call it your quarterback voice. How are you in the huddle, and how are you once you are calling the plays?
Um, I'm very loud, um, more vocal quarterback. I like to. I don't like the signals. I like to like, let's go, let's run it.
Okay. And what about your eyes? How would you grade your eyes as a quarterback?
My eyes, I go a 4.
Okay. And I tell you, that's a very honest assessment. Most players that I do that part with, they kind of give themselves all 4s and 5s. I love how you were objective and realistic with your grading system. That says a lot about you. Let's talk a little bit about you as far as, there's a lot of good quarterbacks in the 21 class. How do you differentiate yourself over the other quarterbacks in your class that you're competing against?
I'm a very energetic guy. I'm gonna bring energy to practice, weight room, classroom. Doesn't matter what we're doing. Um, I'm a competitor. I'm gonna do what I can to make my team win. Um, Most of all, like I I work. I
Mhm.
I bring the energy to bring my other teammates up.
Okay. JC, how would you define leadership, and how do you plan on leading as a senior this year?
Leadership to me is having people follow in your footsteps, having someone look up to you, and just taking them under your wing and showing them how like this is how you do it. Um, I'm gonna lead my team this year. Mineral Wells, they've been last year. The seniors were just slack off seniors. No one really cared. But our senior class this year, we have a really good class. Like we have a bunch of leaders. Everyone's looking up. It's it's gonna be a really good year. I plan on um helping the younger classmen come up and learn from what I was doing and just change the program around.
What's one thing, JC, that you know now that you wish you knew as a freshman to help out some of those freshmen?
Um, let's see. Camps. Camps have been a big part.
Hmm.
Um, the USA camps, those have helped me the most. I've learned so much from those camps. And just being coachable. Let a coach coach you. Don't think you know it all.
That's great advice. Tell me, how would you tell these college coaches? How would you define your competitive spirit?
I'm a competitor. I'm gonna do what I can to win. Um, I hate losing, even if it's in a game of Madden. I'm playing till the fourth quarter. I'm not just gonna give up if I'm down 21-0. Um, I just hate to lose.
Well, you showed that just recently at the Offense Defense All American Bowl this past week. Talk about that experience, and congratulations on you being named the MVP. Tell us about that experience.
It was amazing. The practices, we had 2 days. Our coaches, we only had two coaches, so they were allowing me to bring in an offense. I created the offense, brought in wristbands for the receivers just called to play, and they could look at the route, make it a little bit easier on them. Um, Coaches allowed me to call plays. Um, then AT&T Stadium, it's always a blast to play in there.
Yeah.
Just to play on an NFL field, it's a blast. It's experience to have.
Great. Jacy, when did you start? What age did you start playing football, and when did you fall in love with the game of football?
I started playing football in the second grade. I no, I started playing the first grade, and then I started playing or not flag, tackle football in the third grade when everyone else was fourth graders, and I just fell in love with it there. I couldn't get enough of it. When I got into the fourth grade, I played with the fifth and sixth graders, um, and it was the best time ever. I could never let football go.
Yeah. What moment or what year was it when you felt, hey, I think I can play this game at the college level? What year was that? JC, repeat that answer. I think we had a little glitch in your signal.
Okay, I said this year, my sophomore year.
Okay. And tell us, what you're a good athlete, obviously. What other sports have you played at Mineral Wells? Are you basketball, baseball guy? You run track? What else do you do?
I play baseball and I run track whenever I don't have baseball games.
Okay, good to hear. And then let's get to know you a little bit personally as we close up here. Tell us about your interests when you're not working out or playing football. Do you like to hunt? Do you like to fish? Hang out with your friends? What do you do in your spare time?
Hang out with my friends a lot. Me and my really good friend Camo, we like to just take random road trips. We were actually just planning one a couple hours ago.
Okay.
Um, Me and my other really good friend Steven, we like to go out on the boat and chill at the lake, and that's about it. Hang with my friends.
Are you a video game guy? Are you a Madden or 2K guy, or not?
Madden, all Madden.
Okay. Well, are you giving L's? Or are you taking L's in Madden?
Oh, I'm giving L's. I don't lose in Madden. I'm too good.
I like it. There's not a kid your age that doesn't have their cell phone near them at all times. What are some of your favorite apps that you put a lot of time into? You Instagram, TikTok guy, or what?
Snapchat and TikTok
Okay. Are we going to see you on a
and
TikTok
solitaire.
video pretty soon? You dancing or something?
Oh yeah, I got a couple on there.
Oh, I got to look them up now. All right. Uh, Tell me, pre-game, you're getting hyped, get ready for a game. What artists are you listening to get you hyped up before a game or during a workout?
um, I have a game day playlist that I play, and I just put it on shuffle. And then right before the game, I listen to um "Run This Town" by I forgot who's by,
Hmm.
and that's right before we go out and start.
Okay. Any other artists that you like listen to? Are you a country hip hop guy or you listen to everything?
I listen to country and hip hop.
All right, that's good stuff. As we're coming out of COVID-19 right now, you start to get out with your friends. What's your shoe game? Are you a big shoe guy or no?
Um, for the, I try to be like a lot of my friend, like Camo, the one I was talking about earlier. He likes to come over in one pair of his shoes and then take off with one of mine. But we switch around everything.
What are some of your favorite
My
shoes?
shoe,
Are you a Jordan guy? Are you a Yeezy guy? What do you like wearing?
uh, Nikes, the Air Maxes mostly.
Okay. Yeah, those are solid. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Well, hey, tell us, lastly, as we finish up, tell us who has had an impact in your life. Could be parents, could be somebody outside your family, coaches. Who are those people and why?
Um, for the most part, my dad. My dad's pushed me to be the greatest I can be.
Mm-hmm.
He he makes sure he makes sure I don't make a lot of bad choices that I could be doing.
Yeah.
I could be out not even playing football. I can just be partying and living my life away and then have nothing by the time I'm 22. But
Right.
he really keeps me on track, keeps me out of all that. And then coaches, my quarterback coach Chris, he's a really good influence. Um, my old quarterback coach Ryan Roberts, he was really good influence. He's a Christian quarterback coach, so every time after we got done working out, we'd always pray. He's he influences a lot of people.
Okay.
And my quarterback coach at home, he he keeps me stable. He keeps me calm, cool, collective. Just always fun to be around.
Nice. As we finish up here, tell us personally, what are you doing to give back to your community? Are you involved in your church? Are you involved in some nonprofit Boys and Girls Clubs? What are you doing to give back to your community?
I was involved in my church out in Fort Worth, but we moved to Mineral Wells, and it's a drive out there to go every day.
Yeah.
But um, I do a little bit of community service here and there when I'm able to, and not um busy with football.
Okay. JC, is there a certain quarterback either at the college or pro level that you'd like to pattern your game off of? Who is that player?
Trevor Lawrence,
Okay.
a lot of Trevor Lawrence. He's I have a lot of his build, and he throws great ball. I love his form. He's so smooth. Um, more of a gunslinger type quarterback.
Yeah.
He will outthrow you and just beat you deep.
Any chance you growing your hair to be more like Trevor Lawrence? I know Trevor, he's an FBU guy. Any chance you doing that?
I've been thinking about it. Like I need a haircut right now, but I'm kind of debating on just letting it grow out.
That's awesome. Hey, last question. We'll let you get back the rest of your day here. We talked about the elevator pitch before we got on the podcast today. Jacy, tell these coaches who are going to see this video why they should recruit you and what you're going to bring to their program.
Y'all should recruit me because I'm in love with the game of football. I'm gonna do what I can to win. I'm a big time player that's gonna make big time plays when it's needed. I'm a clutch player. I've never failed when it comes to clutch plays. Um, I'm I have a really good character. I stay calm. Don't don't like to involve myself in a lot of bad things. Hang around good people. My grades, never have to worry about my grades. They'll always stay up. Um, and that's about it. I'm a competitor.
No, I like it. It's short and simple. I like it a lot. Well, hey, man, I want to thank you again for taking time out of your day to tell your story in our podcast. I'm looking forward to seeing you play this fall. Continue to be safe this summer and work hard, and we'll see you on the sideline soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, JC. See you.
See ya.